Okay. Here we are. If you guys could say and spell your names, starting with you, Carol.
Carol York, Carolyork.
And you are with the
Newark
Rural
Volunteer Fire Department.
Okay, and David.
David Fagan, the Knox County Deputy, DAVID FAGIN.
Okay, so Carol, you were one of the first people here. Can you just tell me what it was like when you arrived on the scene?
I circled through the lot, couldn't see anything on this side, and swung over here and caught a glimpse of the car behind a tree in the edge of the water. Pulled my vehicle up and hopped out because I couldn't see a person. And once I got down to the water's edge, I could see him sitting on the edge of the vehicle and heard him talking on the phone with 911.
Okay. And then David, what was it like when you arrived on the scene?
When I arrived, I met Carol. She led me down to the vehicle. I observed the driver hanging out the back passenger window of the vehicle on the phone. He was about waist deep in water. As soon as we got a plan together, jumped in the water, got out there, got him out of the vehicle and up onto shore and into a warm vehicle. So
how long do you think passed between the time you arrived on scene and you both were physically in the water rescuing this driver?
Less than 30 seconds, I'd say, from the time we got here to in the water.
And then how long do you think you spent in the water getting him out?
1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes?
1 to 2 minutes. It was just a little bit of time to get him out of the window. His feet had been in the water, so his feet were numb.
Yeah, he wasn't moving very good by that time. So.
Yeah.
And then when you got him out, what did you do? Was the ambulance here ready to...
Not yet. We were stripping him down, getting him out of the wet clothing and getting him into a warm vehicle, trying to reverse the hypothermia that he was having.
And then how soon did you guys start your own self-care as far as preventing hypothermia? Because I'm standing out here and I had to get in because my extremities are feeling this icy cold weather.
David had started to have the man take his boots off, and I sent David down to this side of his vehicle to have him start getting out of his wet clothes and wet boots, and we finished up with the gentleman, and about that time the ambulance arrived, so we were able to finish the removal of his clothes next to the ambulance and get him right on the cot and into the ambulance.
And was he responsive, talking, and
Yes.
and alert and all of that? And I've noticed that you're wrapped in an emergency blanket here, and you've got all of your wet gear, wallet, and things laid out to dry. Is that a piece of equipment that you carry for the sheriff's office, or is that provided by the fire department or ambulance?
No, this is all sheriff's department. I took all this stuff off before I jumped in the water.
The
Okay.
emergency blanket is from our first responder bags.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is not the kind of call you expect to be going on January 30th in the coldest weather we have in our parts. Is there any kind of information you want me to pass on to anybody who might be watching about what they should do if they're ever in a situation where they find themselves in, frigid water in a vehicle?
He did about the best action he could. He got himself, his upper torso was not wet that we could tell. He got himself up out of the water and onto the highest part of the vehicle. Only his feet and his lower legs were in the water, and he was able to get to the highest part of the vehicle and keep himself above water.
Yeah.
Any idea what happened before he went into the water, or why, or how he ended up in the lake?
Stated he was pulling in here, and then next thing he knows, he was in the water. So it must have
Maybe a medical issue.
medical issue of some sorts.
Okay, thank you. I'm signing off for now.